Are you tired of working a 9-to-5 job and want to know how you can gain financial freedom? Have you ever wanted to build generational wealth for yourself and your kids? Did you know that real estate is one of the most effective tools to do this? If you don't know how to do this, I'm Veena Jetti. Follow me in this next video so that you can learn all about how to build generational wealth and get yourself to financial freedom. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how real estate builds financial freedom. So someone recently asked me if I was financially free, and I said, I'm still trying to figure it out because what I realized is the more money I make, the more expensive my tastes get. So I am still not financially free for the lifestyle that I want to have. But really, what does financial freedom mean to most people? It's not actually about the money. It's about the commodity that's the most precious commodity that all of us are actually seeking, which is the ability to control our own time. So being able to be financially free means you don't have to go to a 9-to-5 job. You don't have somebody telling you when you have to punch in or not. You can be on a beach somewhere. You can spend time with your family. You can enjoy your hobbies. That's what it really means to be financially free. So in today's video, we're going to talk a little bit more about how you can utilize real estate as a powerful tool to get there. So let's talk about how we're doing as a country. So at the start of 2022, 64% of the US population was living paycheck to paycheck. According to an Experian study, the average American carries $92,727 in consumer debt. That includes credit cards, car loans, mortgages, personal loans, and student loans. That's a lot of people living in debt. And actually, the majority of Americans don't even have enough money to pay for a $600 emergency. That means that financial freedom is more important today than ever before. But the good news is it's more accessible than ever before. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later in this video. So what does it mean to be financially free? Well, that's different for everybody. It means not having to trade your time for money, and that really makes the ultimate goal, not the money part of it, but the time part of it, being able to control your own time and your own destiny and what you want to do. So depending on your lifestyle, you may need more money to be financially free. You might need less money to be financially free. For me personally, the biggest reason why financial freedom is so important is because it allows me to spend quality time with my kids. I have twin, almost 3-year-olds, and they're growing so fast, and I only get to be their mom while they're little one time. And so I really want to be able to take advantage of all those moments while being able to enjoy experiences that I wasn't afforded as a kid. And so for me, having that financial freedom and using real estate as a tool to get there is really important. And anybody can do it if you try to work hard, you understand the tools, and you spend time learning these concepts. So why real estate? Andrew Carnegie famously stated that 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. Real estate has also produced more profit than all industrial investments combined. The wise young person or wage earner of today invests his or her money in real estate, and that is so true. And it's not just your money that you invest into real estate, but if you invest your time into owning real estate or being invested in real estate, that is going to pay dividends as well. I know I said earlier that anyone can get into real estate, but just because anyone can do it doesn't mean anybody should do it. Investing in real estate takes a lot of time, energy, effort, dedication, and really understanding what you're investing into. Without all of those crucial pieces and without really having a good foundation, it can be a very risky investment and can cost you a lot of money. One thing that we're not talking about as much is the increase in home prices over the last couple of years through COVID and the increased demand for such a limited amount of supply. And what people don't realize is 1 in 4 homes was bought by an investor. And what's important to note is what kind of homes these investors are buying. They're not buying the $10 million mansion that the average American would never be able to afford or never go to try to buy. What they're buying is the homes that are in the $0 to $500,000 range. That means that everyday Americans, middle-class Americans, are being priced out of markets where they would typically buy. And it's important to know that historically, the primary home is where the majority of Americans held the vast majority of their net worth. So when they came to retirement, they didn't have to worry about housing costs. But now this is becoming an issue because they can't save their net worth in their primary home. So where do they go? Many Americans are starting to look toward rentals or other ways of generating passive income. But it's important to know which homes are being bought and which Americans are actually being priced out of the market. So there are three major asset classes within real estate. There's residential, which is your single family home, your 1 to 4, so like a duplex or a triplex would fall under the residential category or bucket. Then we have commercial, which is your office, your warehouse, your self-storage, industrial. My personal favorite, multifamily, falls into this bucket. And then last but not least, we have land, which is raw land. It can be zoned. There are opportunity zones. It can be entitled. So there's different ways to invest in land as well. And then keep in mind, within these subcategories, there are different ways to be an investor. So for example, in the multifamily space, you could be a passive investor or an LP, a limited partner. You can be an active partner, a general partner, or a sponsor. You could be a debt lender. In the residential space, you could be loaning hard money. You could be a fix and flipper. So there's a lot of different ways to be invested, even within the subclasses of these three major categories of real estate. And if you want to know more and you want to learn how you can maybe get invested into one of these asset classes, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, and follow my videos for more. So let's talk about how real estate has helped me achieve financial freedom. It's one of the best ways to do this. And these are some of the ways that multifamily or real estate can actually impact your financial situation. First and foremost, you can utilize the 1031 exchange, which is one of the best tools that any real estate investor can utilize. It's where you can exchange the sale of one asset for a like kind asset, and you can defer your capital gains, meaning that your already tax efficient investment just got much more tax efficient. And you can continue doing that over and over and over, so you're deferring gains for many years or decades to come. Second is with depreciation, which is another tax advantage. In some of our other videos, we've talked a little bit about cost segregation and how you can utilize cost segregation to accelerate your depreciation and make your investments more tax efficient. Third is passive income, which is the holy grail of income. This is where you don't have to open a computer screen or clock into work. You just get your mailbox money. It gets deposited into your bank account, or you get a check every month like clockwork. And that kind of leads into the cash flow of an asset. The cash flow is when you make a return off your money. So let's say in a given year, you get a 10% return. That is your cash flow. And that cash flow can either be active or passive, depending on the type of real estate investment you make. And last but not least is appreciation. This is where your balance sheet grows, your net worth grows. Because real estate investments are valued based on the business of the asset, you can force appreciation on value add assets, especially where you take an asset from being worth $10 million to $15 million. And now that $5 million of equity is appreciation on the asset, which has now increased your balance sheet and your net worth. So these are just a few of the ways that real estate can really help you become financially free the way it did for me. I'm so glad you were able to join me to learn how real estate can build financial freedom for you and your family. If you want to get started and you don't know how, click the link below to learn more about how you too can gain financial freedom through investing in real estate. Thank you for joining me. If you learned something new about how to gain financial freedom, make sure you click subscribe, ring the bell, and follow my next video to learn more.